Immortal. Yeah. Came out the portal, immortal into a human body. I've been existing way before the earth had Anunnakis. Intergalactical battles, intergalactical travels, infinitely going through stars. The universe will unravel all of its secrets. Peep it, I'm starting to leak it. Time for truth is coming, 100, it's time to seek it. Expanding my perception through the spectrum of light. I'm going in with spectrum and the shit's out of sight. We indigo children, yeah, we building frequencies through the ceiling. Penetrating through reality, a marvelous feeling. Regardless, we're healing these humans that be claiming we demonic. The resonance goes over their heads, we super cosmic. Your logic is ignorance mixed with fear in your thinking. My pineal gland is flooded, son, that shit don't be blinking. Sinking into your subconscious like a song with no words. The way I come up with these symbols of letters is absurd. Hey yo, my rhymes are like angelic beings. The shit is freeing, so pure that if you were born blind, I'll have you seeing. Breathing in a multi-dimensional light so captivating. Double helix is nonsense, so what I'm activating, feel the power from within, seeping right through my skin. From the earth into my feet as it goes up to my chin. It got me grinning, rotation like spirals, my music spinning. I told you that I don't be playing, still I'm always winning. Fibonacci to the haters, curve them right to the side. They don't understand the energy, it comes from inside. So inside is what I master, used to be a disaster. Now I'm gladly elevating to a whole new chapter. Yeah, I'm giving birth to a whole new style. I incarnated through New York, yeah, I rep Long Island. Don't get it twisted though, I'm truly repping this earth. I came to free all these humans and show you all what you're worth. Immortal. Yeah, raising your frequencies one soul at a time. As I pass this mic to my boy Spectrum, yo Spectrum, light that up, kid.
They tried to tell me I'm mortal, I told them I was immortal. They asked me what makes me different, I asked them what makes you normal. I just followed my morals and I unfollowed the formal. Hopped on a track with crews, now we straight cruising through portals. I download the Metatron, I'm reversing it till I'm dead and gone. If you think I'm dope, then you said it wrong. Not trying to flex, but I'm hella strong. Mine did things you never seen. When I say mine, you know what I mean. I'm the most when I'm in my mode, and y'all average is like the mean. I really didn't mean to go intervene. I'm the middleman, chilling in between. You should do the math, we ain't keeping score. But I just hit a 3.14. I cook it up, make it look easy as pie. I'm moving in silence and seeing the sign. I am the G, if you remove me, all you gon' see is your sins. This is a big game of six, the simulation is breaking again. I'm taking control, creating my soul, and if the truth fits, I'm breaking it in. Breaking it. All I really know is that I'll never know. I've been here for forever, don't know when to go. I think that indicates that I'm an indigo. In that case, I'm in the go. Green light, my heart, chakra booming. Solar plexus, Lexus zooming. You assuming that I'm human. I'm just being what you doing. I've been teaching teachers frequently. It's apparent I'm a parent when it comes to raising frequencies. The way I'm living life, I haven't rest in peace recently. Immortal with my technique, but my ego dying easily. Death is teasing me by leaving me with DMT. Now it seems to me that everything I see is seeing me. Life is just an infinite circle with a twist. I used to wanna be like them, now they do not exist.
Immortal.
Peace and wholeness to the space. Please indicate in the chat that you're hearing my voice. Hold on one moment. I just accidentally disconnected my internet. Why did I do that? I don't know. But we are here together for the aligning with the evolving cycles of knowledge, time, and empowerment session. Give thanks, builder of beauty. Oh, I like that. Are you a star? Builder of beauty. Are you a star, Ken? Hi, Mama Pinda. Welcome to the space, everybody. Give thanks for us showing up for ourselves and for the universe. Ashe. We are here with the Aligning with Evolving Cycles of Time Knowledge Empowerment session, where the topic today is going to be featured the vision of channeling your incarnation. If you're new to this space, please let us know that in the chat. If by chance you're having some kind of technical challenges, the highest recommendation is that you log out and log back in and of the same, okay? If you having issues with seeing videos, hearing videos, definitely check your notifications if you are on a mobile device. A lot of times when you receive text messages or phone calls, StreamYard gets real jealous and it will block you from hearing or seeing some things and experiencing those changes. I'm not sure if it works the same if you're coming through the stream of YouTube or Facebook, but definitely just make sure you have your notifications off, because yeah, it gets jealous. So yes, we are here on the Red Resonant Dragon. I myself, Priestess Moot Mayat Nefer Habibullah, is going to be bringing the foundation of what it is that we deliver to our tribe here in MIMEC. And then our priestess initiate, Moon Goddess Ambrosia, is going to be bringing in the oracle reading for today's plasma, today's Kinergy. And then, none but never least, we're going to have our very own High Priestess Mai and Makaru bringing to us the hour of power, I guess you would call it, to break in the vision of channeling our incarnation. Just keep in mind, we're here every single Friday, which is leaning now that we've entered into the new solar year at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let me go ahead and remove this banner, and we're going to dive into today's everything, literally everything. I am Priestess, like I said, Moot Mayat Nefer Habibullah. I am Kin 178, the White Solar Mirror. And my affirmation, and I encourage everyone to learn your affirmation if you're new to the space, is I pulse in order to reflect, realizing order. I seal the matrix of endlessness with the solar tone of intention, and I am guided by the power of timelessness. Ashe. All right, if you're just coming in, let us know you're in the space. Definitely like and share what we have here with others. All right, so now we have, and I know y'all came in last heptad, and Moon Goddess was impromptu into hosting and doing the oracle reading and closing the session. But we have our universal, and I give thanks to her for that, universal decree of divine activation, which is our now moving forward alternative to the innovation or divine innovation for activation for MIMEC moving forward. This is something that was definitely divined and created by yours truly on behalf of the MIMEC tribe. That is who we are. So if you would please just sit accordingly. I'm going to mute my mic because we have some good coming with this. Ashe, ashe, ashe. We stand as divine consciousness, living expressions of the infinite source of all creation. We remember, we activate, we command harmony, balance, and evolution. Our thoughts plant seeds, our emotions carry living waters, our words create vibration, our actions bring manifestation. We plant clarity, we plant healing, we plant abundance. We establish divine order upon the earth. All fear dissolves, all confusion dissolves, all limitation dissolves. Immortal health awakens, immortal wisdom awakens, immortal wealth awakens. Peace expands within us and throughout the earth. We honor the ancestors, the elders, the children, and the sacred balance of the divine feminine and divine masculine. Through thought, we plant. Through emotion, we charge. Through vibration, we align. Through word, we command. Through action, we manifest. The everlasting legacy is established. Ashe to the mind, ashe to the body, ashe to the spirit, ashe to the earth, ashe to the cosmos, ashe, 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 oh. Ashe, ashe, and asheo. Give thanks, give thanks. We are Melanated Immortals making evolutionary changes, and our mission is to shift the global consciousness of the melanin-dominant population and establish an everlasting legacy of divine frequencing beings with immortal health and immortal wealth through the application and remembrance of cosmic knowledge. That is why we are here. Ashe, ashe. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. We're here in the Blue Eagle Wave spell, and we are on Kin 241, the red resonant dragon. That resonant, y'all. If you could tell me in the chat, what number tone is that? All right. The resonant dragon. This is our destiny cross, aka our destiny oracle. And as we know, Moon Goddess Ambrosia is going to be bringing us a more in-depth version of this Kinergy that we are vibing in today. It is like a simple spiritual map that we use showing up that we are, okay? Showing up and our different energies that support our soul body, which is in the center, right? Kin 241 for this plasma. Ashe, you did that. It'd be like tone 7. Give thanks. And so, the red resonant dragon representing the part of us that nurtures, okay, protects, begins again, and then also it gives life to all things that matter. So the top energy that you see here, the white kin, which is our spirit guide, that's kin 33, the red resonant Skywalker. And happy galactic return to any 241s in the tribe, right? It guides spirit to rise higher. Then we have on the right side the planetary body or our physical partner, Kin 98, the white resonant mirror. It helps the physical life, our physical life, face truth in its most clear way, okay? The left side, the left energy, which is our mental body, or Yeah, I'll just say mental body antipode. This one is kin 111, the blue resonant monkey. It challenges us. Um, it challenges our mind to stay creative, to always be joyful, like using our childlike, our inner child, mentality, and then to remain flexible, um, which then becomes our gift. All right. Then the hidden power, which is right at the south of our soul. Put your hands right there at your belly, at your navel area. This is our emotional body, energy in motion. All right. This is kin 20, the yellow resonant sun, which reminds us to shine from within. Ashe. So let's read this affirmation together. First with I, second with you, third time with we. But on that third time is when we're going to say that very last line. And where you see the dot, 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 that's where we're going to implement, all right, the magic within the other lines of the affirmation. Ashe and enter me at the end. Let's do this. I channel in order to nurture, inspiring being. I seal the input of attunement with the resonant tone of attunement. Oh, is that right? Okay. I am guided by the power of space. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Is that affirmation, is it attunement on top of attunement? I think I might have typed that in incorrectly. Y'all let me know. All right. If you got your app up, correct me if I'm wrong, please. All right. You channel in order to nurture, inspiring being. You seal the input of attunement with a resonant tone of, ooh, I want to say birth. Give thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I seal the input of birth with a resonant tone of attunement. See, some in my spirit said someone right there. And I had to ask. Much gratitude, everyone. See, that let me know you know where to go. All right. And forgive me for this typo here, for not correcting it. But yes, let's do that. I am guided by the power of space. Let's go back to the top. Do you with the correct words in space. You channel in order to nurture, inspiring being. You seal the input of birth with a resonant tone of attunement. You are guided by the power of space. Now we channel in order to nurture, inspiring being. We seal the input of birth with the resonant tone of attunement. We are guided by the power of space. We are a galactic activation portal right here, right now, in this here energy that we're bringing in this plasma in order to nurture, inspiring being with the input of birth and the resonant tone of attunement through the power of space. Enter me, enter you, enter us, enter we. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. Woo, thank y'all for coming through. That's where in Lakesh Alakim has all the power. And can't nobody tell us melanin dominant nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Because we in this together. Ashe. Give thanks, y'all. That's teamwork making the dream work. Ah. So now let's take this deep breath in, because today here we're looking at the Zolkin calendar. It's a sacred 260-day cycle that helps us to understand time as energy, rhythm, and consciousness. It is created by taking the 13 galactic tones that are going across the top, if you count from red, 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 all the way from where the dragon sits all the way to the end, going to the right. Those are the 13 tones. And then with the 20 seals from the top, where you see the dragon, all the way down to the bottom is the yellow sun, right? Giving us our full 260. Because when you multiply 13 times 20, you get 260, right? Which makes up a kin. A kin is our daily spiritual signature that we live, move, and have our being in. And it's telling us that the tone of the day, or the archetype of the day, all right, and it's telling us the lessons that we are actually activating or being or moving through in that. Ooh, I said day, didn't I meant to say plasma. Ugh, yes. All right, so the 13 tones show how energy moves through creation. Magnetic is purpose. All right, starting at the first, the number one you see there. Lunar is challenge, which is number two. Electric is service. Self-existing is form. Overtone is radiance. Rhythmic is equality. Resonant is attunement. Galactic is integrity. Solar is intention. Planetary is manifestation. Spectral is liberation, crystal is cooperation, and cosmic is presence. So these tones actually are helping us to be reminded, because that's what we're here in the business of doing, is being reminded, remembering, what is this day teaching us? What is this plasma teaching me? To activate, to balance, to release, and or to complete. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit more into those phrases right there later on. The 20 Olmec solar seals that you see to the right, all right, Olmec Mayan archetypes, solar seals are what we call our living archetypes. These are who we came in as, right, in this cosmology. And starting at the top, we got Emish, the dragon, which is also known as the primal force. We have Ik, the wind, and we start at the top going down from red, white, blue, yellow, red, white, blue, yellow. Okay, keep in mind that sequence right there. We have the blue, which is Akbal, the blue knight, the dreamer. Then we have the yellow steed, which is Khan, also known as the flowering one, or the the innocent. We have Chichan, the red serpent, which is life force. Then we have Kimi, the white world bridger, our hierophant. We have Monique, the blue hand, which is the avatar. Then there's the yellow star Lamont, which is our artist. The Maluk, the moon, which is our year that we're in, the red galactic moon, right? That's our healer. So we're in the year of healing, Ashe, universal flow. Then we have Ak, the white dog, known as the compassionate one. And the quiche for the blue monkey is Chewin, also known as the magician. We have the yellow human, whose quiche is Ebb, known as Sage. Then we have the red Skywalker, Ben, the prophet, Eeks, the wizard, sometimes called Jaguar, okay? Men, we just brought in the men wave spell, chanting it in, last strong end, which is the blue eagle. So we are in the wave spell of the seer, okay? Hopefully your visions, your dreams, and all that good stuff are giving you some good resolves or results or insights. Then we have Keeb, the yellow warrior, which is known as the Pathfinder, Kaban, Red Earth, Navigator, Eshnab, the White Mirror, also known as the Yogini. And then we have the Blue Storm, which is Kawak, the World Changer. And then we have the Yellow Sun, whose Kiche is a How, also known as the Enlightened One. All right. Looking at this wave spell here, or looking at the Zolkin calendar, it's not a wave spell, but looking at the Zolkin calendar, we also move through wave spells. So if you see that blue highlight over to the right of this Zolkin calendar, the blue highlight is the wave spell that we are in, and it's representing our Blue Eagle wave spell. Okay. The wave spell is like 13 plasma journey that we move through each tone from 1 to 13. And it shows how the energy begins, grows, then transforms, and then completes itself. Okay, so you got the red that initiates, the white that refines, all right, which brings in that growth within it. And then we have the blue that transforms everything, and then the yellow that completes the cycle within each wave spell. But there's a difference here, and you're going to learn a lot more about that if you attend the New Kin orientation, the mission, the MIMEC mission flow orientation. So the galactic activation portals that you see here, which are the green block, the green double helix within this Zolkin calendar, are the 52 the green highlights in there. These are the what we call the gateways, or the gateway plasmas, where awareness, synchronicities and higher insights are actually, heightened. You can like take intentions, put them on these portal kins, like today, like this plasma that we're in today is a portal kin. If you look up there where the red star is, you see it's green, right? So that lets us know we're on a portal kin, and a whole lot can happen, can be manifested, can be worked through, can be communicated. Whatever it is that your vibing or your frequency is in and on, it can be amplified in this plasma. So y'all make sure you're setting your good intentions. Ashe. The Zolkin also is teaching us that we are dealing with cycles within cycles. All right. And again, you come to the orientation, you're going to go deeper into that because tonight's the night. The 4 harmonics create our structure within this. All right. The 5 chromatics move life in color waves. The 7 heptads that we navigate through each, which is same thing as what they call a week, but we say heptad. That's the energy of those 7 plasmas that we are being guided through. So you can set your intentions based on the plasma, set your intentions based on the wave spell, set your intentions based on the heptad. But the wave spells, they complete our spiritual journeys for those 13 plasmas. So you know how they say sometimes it takes 21 days to change a habit, right? That's one of those times where you really want to put the energy into making the changes you want to see and or be in life. Then we have our 20 harmonics, that the harmonic ruins move the seals. So you got the 20 seals there, right? But there is a pattern, a cycle that we go through. When we get to the sun, we go back to the dragon. We get to the dragon, we go back to the sun, and it stays consistent, right? Then we have the 28 plasmas that form the moon. All right. Then the 52 castles The 52 castles got so many different patterns that you might get dizzy doing it, but the whole reason for coming to MIMEC, the whole reason for taking the classes that are offered, coming to each and every single session that's on online and so on and so forth, is so we can understand each major pattern that we move through each and every single plasma, right? Then we have the 65 galactic seasons that open up larger phases. This is why we say it's cycles and within cycles, within cycles, within cycles, and so on and so forth. Then there's the 91 plasma or day season based on the based on the solstice and the equinox of each solar cycle. Okay. This is really how we move in the energy of our solar system. Ashe. Then there's the 260 plasma that completes this whole Zokin, which we love to say we are all, every one of us in this here calendar, expressions of the creator. All right. And within this is that's where the in Lakesh and the Alakim comes in. The I am another you, you are another me comes in. There's no kin greater. Ashe, no kin greater, because we are one. Ubuntu, like that, right? One of another. So within this 260, we still have the cycle of the 365, which is considered the solar orbit. So this calendar is not just counting plasmas, it's actually showing us how we're supposed to be breathing, through each and every life pattern. All right, so then ask yourself, what am I thinking, or what am I walking into today? Or what am I walking today? What cycle am I in, and how am I, resisting time? Am I resisting time, or moving with it? Am I flowing with it? So just keep all that in mind, that the Zokin is actually reminding us, every single plasma, that it has a message, not just for us, but it might be for somebody else. And every cycle has wisdom, and every movement can become a portal when we live woke from Jump Street. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. So then we have looking at our whole bodies, right? Looking at our bodies, looking at our brain, and looking at how we connect with the earth as living reflections of one another. The holons that you see here, holon meaning one complete system that is part of a greater system, all right? So the human body is a holon. The earth is a holon, and together we mirror the same sacred design that we were incarnated to be. The 13 galactic tones are shown in the body as points of movement. We do that, right? And I love when Mutayo Satiji breaks us through, like she did for the day out of time with the tone dance. I was surprised I was able to do it. Well, I did have some difficulty, but I pressed my way through that tone dance. Ashe. Balance is another thing we get from it. Actions and expressions. And then think of the tones like steps in a life's process. They help us to see where we're beginning. So if you wake up and you look at and you start moving, so for some reason your right ankle is talking to you, you start rotating your ankle because something just is saying, you might be stiff, or you just your foot might be sleep. Just start rotating that magnetic tone right there on that right ankle. Okay? Just do that part. Start talking to that energy that's in your body. Then sometimes it may say, you might ask, where am I beginning? Where am I being challenged? I deal with that on the regular. So Now I'm learning the value in using these tones. Where am I organizing, balancing, releasing, cooperating, or even becoming fully present in the moment? And in real life, this means that our body is not separate from our choices, but every single decision, every emotion, every action has a rhythm. And we are that rhythm, especially when we're connecting with the earth. So now we have the 7 radial plasmas. If y'all see right below the tones, those plasmas connect the radial plasmas connect whew, the days, okay, the plasmas of the heptad to the body and the brain through the chakras, the 7 chakras. So we got 7 plasmas per heptad, and then we got 7 chakras. So the first one, which is Dali, all right, that's our crown, connects us to our crown, helping us target awareness. Then Seelie is actually connecting us. If you go from the crown down to your root, helping us to flow and then also to stay grounded, okay? Because your crown can make you want to go up into the ethers, but then your root comes and say, nah, let's stay right here, okay? Then we have Gamma, which is our third eye right there between your eyes on your forehead, bringing peace and clarity with what we're seeing. Then you go down to your Kali, all right, which is the sacral chakra right below your navel, bringing us our creative movement. Okay, I deal with lumbar issues, so it it gets me into a moment where I might want to wave side to side or do some hip rotations. That's sitting at our electric tone area, electric and or spectral tone area, okay, on the left and the right side. Excuse me. We have Alpha, which connects us at our throat chakra, helping us release and speak with our truth 100%. All right, so sometimes you might be getting some sore throat. Well, I don't know, not I haven't had a sore throat in I don't know how long. But if you got a sore throat, scratchy throat, or if you feel like you can't speak, open your mouth, let your voices be heard, you may want to go in on that tone right there. Limi, which is this plasma that we're in right now, connects with the solar plexus, which is right at or a little bit above your navel, purifying. This is where all of our organs rest and lie, right? Most of our organs. And the purifying will of our inner strength. Because if your organs are not vibing strong, well moisturized with the right kinds of liquids and so on and so forth, you might find yourself with some weakness in that area. So keeping all that in mind as we go throughout this plasma, put your intentions and your focus at your solar plexus. And then Celio, which connects with our heart. So from the solar plexus to the heart, discharging energy into love, completion, and compassion. Ashe. So now I want to pause for a moment and I want you to ask yourself what or which part of your body is speaking to you right now. Hmm. Actually, I'm feeling good. My heart, is it your heart? Is it your throat? Is it your mind? Is it your root? And my root, it says, yeah, we got this. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. So the 20 solar seals that we have here, there are these solar seals to the right on this slide are actually in our fingers and our toes, and they are showing that our hands and our feet. It's not random that we have these things, okay? they serve great purpose, right? They're like instruments of action because they can make stuff happen. They can either take you somewhere, right? Or they can create something that you would never have imagined. But at the same time, like I know mine have done, they heal, all right? They give direction and they also help us to connect to one another. The hands represent what we touch, builds what we build serves, and what we serve has the ability to heal. The feet represent how we walk, where we stand, how we carry our purpose forward into evolution, into life, into change, right? Movement, all in and of its same. So then you see the earth also carries these 20 seals, showing that the same energy moving through the body are also represented across the planet. All right. So this actually shows us that our personal healing and earth healing are connected. And when we bring balance to the body, clarity to the brain, love to the heart, and purpose to our hands and our feet, we become a living bridge between heaven, earth, and human being. Ashe, our body is the calendar. We are time. Our brain is the receiver. Our hands are tools of creation. Our feet are carriers of purpose. And the earth is the larger body that we are learning to harmonize with. Ashe, we are all that. And then some. Booyah. So in this here moon that we're vibing in is asking us, what is our purpose? We're in the red magnetic moon, in the red galactic moon solar year cycle of universal water. Ashe, Ashe. We're in the totem animal bat. The bat's reminding us that purpose is not always found in bright places, but sometimes our purpose is discovered in the dark spaces. And in the dark spaces, like if you've ever experienced a dark room, you know, you go through a transition. You may even go through a transformation. But in that quiet cave of our soul, the bat uses inner sensing to navigate, teaching us to trust what we are feeling before everything is fully visible. With the moon, the water is teaching us how to flow, bring in purification, emotional truth, and renewal. So this year, you know, we said, well, where do I need to soften up? Why am I so uptight about blah, blah, blah? Where do I need to cleanse old patterns, move free from those? And, you know, where's life asking me to flow instead of force? How often do we find ourselves trying to force our way through something that really we don't even have control over? Why put yourself through that kind of agony? All right. So the red heptad that you see up there initiates view. The white heptad refines and allows us to just rest and meditate for that clarity. The yellow heptad is where we transform our conduct. I'm sorry, the blue heptad is where we transform our conduct. And then the yellow, which is the yellow heptad, helps us to just bring things to fruition, ripen, harvest, you know, see the fruits of our labor, reap what we sow in that initiation heptad. 28 days, 21 days, 13, I'm saying days, heptads, plasmas. All right. I don't know why that word want to keep coming up in me. Tell it to leave me alone, y'all. But we're here on plasma 13 of this 28 moon calendar, all right? And on this August the 7th, we're on a portal kin, we're in refinement, and we're on Limi. Limi being our, what we said, solar plexus, Ashe. And so just go in, y'all, and flow. Everything is telling us to flow and explore all our options. So I give thanks. I hope that y'all receive some good from this. I would like to ask if our moon goddess Ambrosia is in position to bring in our seal, our archetype creed for this plasma, as she is Kin 181, the red crystal dragon. Are you full moon goddess to read the creed for us?
Peace. Yes, I am.
Much
Gratitude.
gratitude. I yield the mic.
The red dragon archetype. Seal number 1, the primal force. I am the primal force, coded by the red dragon. My number is 1, the unification of primal being. I am the ancient of days. I enter your universe through the first gate of light. I hold the memory of cosmic being within the primal source, the birthplace and playground of star makers and star masters. Eternity is my headdress. I give birth to the forms, and in nurturing every form, I nurture compassion. I nurture compassion for all living things, awakening in them in essence, sealed in the ever-returning genesis of my origins. To know me is to glimpse the primal matrix, and if you enter me, it will only be as a mystery, reflected back to you, beckoning you ever and on. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe-yo.
Ashe, y'all. All right, that's primal force right there. In that, what stood out the most to you in that reading coming from our crystal dragon? All right, we give thanks. Which phrase relates to who you are? Go ahead.
What stood out for me was I nurture compassion for all living things.
I nurture compassion for all living things. Ashe, Ashe. Much gratitude. Ooh, ooh. I like awakening in them right after that. Because that's what we're commissioning here, is everybody to wake up. A lot of this, all of this, you guys, we have in us. We just got to remember it. It's all being reflected back. That's where the mirror comes in, anyways, because we're planetary partners with the dragon. We ride real high with the dragons and almost everything of cosmology. So yeah, I be feeling it. Literally. So now we're going to go ahead and move into our announcements. Y'all, please, if you don't already have your pen and paper out, make sure you taking notes. I try to squish bugs if it can be avoided. Oh, yeah, you try not to. Ashe, Ashe. Respecting all living things. Ashe. So, take notes. We got some updates, some new dates, and some actions going on. So we want to make sure you don't miss out on any of it. Peace and wholeness. Daily awake, I am today. Daily acknowledges the act of God empowering me to breathe. Amazing I am shows the wonders of light shining on my face. Healed from afflictions, distractions, and manipulations of this world. Strong I am today as the sun shines, wind blows and rain falls, reminding me to stand each test time. Wise as I am today to see the truth at face value and walk with confidence, knowing.
Peptides of weed, daily supplies. Peptides of weed, daily supplies. Peptides of weed, daily supplies. Peptides of weed, daily supplies.
Awake I am today, daily acknowledges. I do need to turn my mic back on. All right, so did you notice the upcoming Boshatalet for this moon, the lunar moon, that we'll be going into on at the end or in a couple of plasmas, a few plasmas. Thursday, August the 22nd from 7 to 8 p.m. If by chance you missed the magnetic moon Boshatalet, oh, my, y'all. You missed an amazing opportunity. I don't want to say opportunity, an amazing vibration, frequency that we were able to put out into the universe together as divine feminine. If you were there, by all means, make sure you visit the WhatsApp. If you are interested, contact us at yogini9 at melanatedimmortals.com. Or if you're in WhatsApp, link in with us on at Boshatalet. Then also you can text if you want a little bit more information of what Boshatalet is all about. Ashe. We also will be this evening having our session 2 of the MIMEC mission flow orientation. All members, okay? You don't have to just be new within the last heptad or moon or solar year. If you're new and if you're here and you've never attended an orientation for MIMEC as a whole, then you want to make sure you're in the space, all right? The Nurture Faction has definitely done an amazing job putting this orientation together so that we all can understand together better to the level of overstanding and understand why we are here, why you show up to the sessions, why you're interested in learning, what more can you learn. So definitely come tonight to at 8:00 p.m. If you don't know how to be in the space, visit melanatedimmortals.com and make sure you register. We also have now enacted in our platform the membership tiers for Melanated Immortals. This is how we're going to keep things flowing for you, because the larger we grow, The more we know, that there are expenses to cover. So we're asking that you all tap in. If you're an explorer, okay, we get it. You're just gonna show up and get in where you can fit in. But if you're somebody that's looking to fulfill that mission that we read initially, become an engager, become a seeker, become an integrator. If you might even know you were already at these levels, become a divine master of the path that you're walking in life. Grab a hold to the membership, because trust me when I tell you, there's so much more in store for us. You're going to hear a little bit more about this later on in the session, but to no longer further our time, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Moon Goddess Ambrosia, our fifth force oracle. She is Kin 181, the red crystal dragon. She's about to bring in that oracle reading like only you know you can receive, or she can deliver. As she is the mama, the red dragon, the one who gives birth, brings birth into all of things. So I'm gonna go ahead and yield the mic and say, come on through with my fingers snapping. Y'all get your notepads and your pens out to take some notes. Take it away, sis. Are you with me?
Shay.
Ashe, good thanks. I yield the mic.
Right, much love and gratitude, Priestess Moot, for getting us started on this plasma. I definitely appreciate having the opportunity to read the decree for the red dragon, and also to answer the question of what stood out for me in that um, it's really was definitely aligned in more than one way. As the red crystal dragon, I dedicate in order to nurture, universalizing being. I seal the input of birth with the crystal tone of cooperation. I am guided by the power of space. So Ashe Ashe and Ashe Yo. And that line that I shared about what stood out for me, it really aligns with me being the red crystal dragon, or the energy or the kinergy of the crystal dragon, because the crystal tone is about making it universal. And what are we making universal? Nurturing our being and also nurturing others. And so much love and gratitude for that opportunity. And actually, let me come on camera today. I'm working towards being in the habit of being here on the stage. So much love and peace and wholeness and divine blessings to everyone here in the space. As always, it's an honor to share space with all of you as we are growing and evolving together. And so, yes, you all have heard that I will be sharing the oracle reading for us on this plasma, for which I call, or like to call, the cosmic oracle readings of evolution. And so, and it's also known as the core readings, because as we are focusing on the kinergy, we are tapping into the core nature of who we are. We have a divine purpose to bring into this world, or into this collective experience, and that is our gift. And so the gift that we bring is in how we naturally nurture and support the divine frequency of our true self-expression, and not only ourselves, our own, but that of others as well. And so as we purify how we flow through our experiences, allowing ourselves to have that moment to meditate on that, how we show up in our purpose, we gain that remembrance of our divine purpose, so that when we are, going through that process, we're actually growing through a process of refinement as well. Refining ourselves to operate more in that alignment, in which we are presented with the opportunities to let go of those old and outdated patterns. And so we heard Priestess Moot bring that up. And so I'll share to that. And yes, I just saw in the chat, I decided to wear my Orisha Stone portal. I like that. High Priestess, we were talking about it on melanin frequency, and it talking about it these, you know, what we adorn ourselves with or carry around with us as portals. And so, yep, I was the one that snatched this one up. I missed the first wave, you know, when we had some of the other items up there. So I jumped in on the opportunity to grab this one. And so, yes. So, yes. And shout out to Orisha Stone as well and all that he does, you know, to support MIMEC and also just what he does in general. And so, to bring us, you know, into, or to allow ourselves to tap into the oracle reading on this plasma, I wanted to mention something that High Priestess, or one of the things that High Priestess Ma'at reminds us of is aim, which means always in meditation. So for us to always be in meditation, that helps us to utilize the Destiny Oracle as a tool to consciously and intentionally direct how we nurture ourselves to flow towards gaining that knowledge, also growing through the healing process of our wholeness, and also using that as an opportunity to accomplish giving birth to our visions. And so one of the ways that we can connect into that, or one of the ways I like to encourage us to look at it, is to imagine ourselves or look at it from the mindset of a synchronaut, someone that travels synchronicities. And the first line of that mindset, or one aspect of that mindset, or I'll just read the whole statement. So the mindset of a synchronaut states that I am, and we are, you are, a living expression of divine synergy and motion, remembering our divine purpose so that we can consciously create those sacred expressions of who we are and fulfill our soul's mission in all spaces of natural time. And so when we allow ourselves to look at ourselves as, you know, time travelers, that's pretty much one of the analogies I like to use. It helps us to, you know, grow through this process. You know, everything that I've, you know, I was speaking on prior to. And so I would love for us to tap into our own frequencies and speak out loud our personal galactic signatures. And so I would love for you all to take a moment to grab that or pull it up if you have not commended it to your memory. Take a moment now to grab that, because we're going to say our personal galactic signatures, or the Kinergy that we came in with on the day that we incarnated. And so just give me let me know if y'all got it, you're ready. I just need one, because that lets me know. But also I do want to mention, if you do not know your kin number or have yet to if you have yet to explore that, you know, definitely reach out to us so that we can make sure that you are aware and in the know of what your galactic signature is. And so okay, so I was waiting to see if someone was going to drop anything in the chat, but all is well. I trust that all ears and minds are ready. So we're going to say, as a living expression of, then you're going to say your kin number, its name, and then move into stating your galactic signature. Ashe? All right, so I'm going to go on mute as I state mine, and as well as, or as you state your affirmation, pay attention to what stands out for you on today, on this plasma. Ashe? All right, so let's go ahead and inhale in through our nose, filling up our lungs to the maximum capacity, taking those sips. And then we're going to exhale slowly out of our mouths and allow ourselves to flow back into our natural breathing pattern. And let's begin stating our affirmations. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe-yo. So just taking a moment to gradually ease our way back in as everyone wrap up their affirmations. Ashe. And so, as I stated, mine, what stood out was I sealed the input of birth with the crystal tone of cooperation. Cooperation. So that means to cooperate, or for all the aspects of my being to cooperate as one, as one unified being. And then also being able to cooperate with others as well. And when I say cooperate, it does not mean do as I say. I mean, we are cooperating, like we're operating together in harmony. And us stating our affirmations is also a testament of that. So Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe-yo. All right, so I've mentioned that we can use the Destiny Kin Oracle to assist us, or to, we could use it as a tool for navigating the synchronicities that we experience throughout our lives. So the Oracle board that you see here in the center shows us a template of all of the 20 archetypes. And it helps us to sustain our cosmic synergy. It helps us to tap into the whole state of who we are as multidimensional beings. And so as we do so, that frequency goes out of us into the earth throughout our relationships and connections, all of the spaces that we explore, as well as throughout the entire universe. And so I do see in the chat, Kin240 and happy solar, or happy galactic return to you from Yester Plasma. And all of Kin240s, and also happy galactic return to any to any of the Kin241, the red resonant dragons as well. And also everyone in this wave spell. I might as well do it that way too. So much love to all of you. And so I have this image over on the right that shows how, shows the different positions within the oracle boards of each of the archetypes. So in the center, that represents the soul energy. In the below position, that represents the emotional energy. On the left, that represents the mental energy. And then on the right, that represents the physical energy. And then also what you'll see if you look at the oracle board is that there is a blank box that sits above the soul kin. And shout out to the kin that put in the chat some time ago with they said, did I hear soul kin? Yes, the Zokin definitely sound like the soul kin. And it is guided by the spirit. And so that box above represents the spirit guide. The energy that's guiding us in the way that we navigate through our own destiny oracle, and also the kin for each plasma. And so this full image that you see, or as the whole process, or the whole system, is known as the Fifth Force Oracle, which again shows out that energy layout for integrating the 5 dimensions of who we are that makes up us as multidimensional beings, and helps us to establish that wholeness. And so taking a look at Kin241 here, we are in the blue eagle wave spell, which is, I like to look at the wave spells as different missions. And so the mission that we are currently evolving through is tapping into the power of our vision. Being able to tap into our creative nature and our creative mind to transform our mindset to operate from as divine creators. And so towards like the whole mission that we are here to accomplish in this wave spell is to know how to accomplish that vision by being whole, going through that process of healing. And that can look like, just healing ourselves, and then also bringing together the pieces of our visions, or the different aspects of our vision. And so here we are on the red resonant dragon, which is a part of this wave spell. And we're going to, take a moment to look at how the red resonant dragon contributes to us fulfilling that mission. And so the red, just like with the heptads, on this plasma, we get to tap into the knowledge that helps us to initiate having a new perspective or a new view on, what we're doing with our vision. The red dragon is also known as the primal force, which is the power of birth that nurtures being. And so the remix version, so the frequency of the red dragon is us inspiring ourselves and channeling that attunement. So when we put all of the aspects of the red dragon within the wave spell, the affirmation can be also read as we are channeling the vision in order to nurture our accomplishments by inspiring who we are being. We seal that informed input of our birth, or what we're giving birth to, with the resonant tone of attunement. We are guided by the power of space, and we are tapping into the fact that we're on a galactic activation portal. And so in that, the central frequency that we're focusing on is that of the resonant tone, which also asks that question, how can I attune my service to others? And so as we focus on what we're nurturing ourselves to be and how we're inspiring, the way that we show up, we're also being guided by the red resonant skywalker. And this is helping us to align our soul's focus with our spirit. And so we're being guided to be present, be in our wakefulness, so that as we explore the different spaces around us, or when I think of space, I think of, our body, our environment, the people in our environment, and then the communities, and it just continues to expand beyond that. And so it's real important, or I would love to, focus on the importance of being present in the way that we nurture ourselves, and also the way that we nurture others. And so as we continue to hold this focus and know which direction we want to move in, or that we're being guided towards moving in, what we'll see is us tapping into the fifth force Kinergy, which is for this kin, the blue solar night. And as we go through that wakefulness, we begin to realize and make real our intentions, the intentions that we have of our dreams, the intentions that we, our intuition of the dreams that's showing us our divine abundance. And so also this helps us to pulse and move in that frequency of our vision to endure that journey of accomplishing our vision. And so with that, one thing I want us to focus on next is the white resonant mirror, which is sitting in that physical body, or that physical Kinergy position. And that resonates to like our physical body, and also our experiences, the material aspect of things. And so we're being supported by tapping into this energy, because it's inspiring us to establish some order to the way that we're reflecting the endless reflections of who we are, nurturing ourselves to be. Also in that, by us observing our experiences and, just being present in ourselves and observing what we're experiencing, is also reflecting something back to us about what frequency we're putting out there. So it works in both directions. So we're putting the frequency out there, then we see the fruits of it by what's being reflected back to us. And so it's dope because, whatever we're experiencing is mirroring something back to us that's helping us to, again, channel the way that we're nurturing ourselves and also staying present in that wakefulness. And so I'm going to jump over to the mental body, which is on the left. And that position represents the gift and the challenge. So as we, reflect on our experiences and reflect on how we're showing up, the challenge is strengthening us in holding the focus so that when or as we experience different challenges, it helps us to unravel and bring forth the gift from the challenge. And so the blue resonant monkey is inspiring us to pay attention to the illusions of, what we're experiencing in our, what we're experiencing. It helps us to tap into the nature of our instincts. Our body is going to pick up on different senses that's showing us, the energy, because a lot of the time we can't really necessarily see the energy. We could just see how the energy shows up in physical things or how we show up in things. And so that is basically why it's considered an illusion, because the true nature of what we're seeing and experiencing is the energy. And so we get to play with this energy by transforming the way that we perceive it. And that's when we tap into the magic of who we are and nurturing ourselves to be and experience to bring forth the gift from whatever we're experiencing as a challenge. And so last but not least, in the emotional body, we have the yellow resonant sun. And I want to shout out to my son because that is his Kinergy, Kin 20. And that is also a galactic activation portal, along with the blue resonant monkey. Both of those, or we actually have 3 galactic portals within this Destiny Oracle, which is very powerful, where we're tapping into the past with the monkey, the past portals, and then we're also tapping into the past with the yellow resonant sun. And so, as we experience these as we go through experiences, technically it's in the past because we had that moment, but also it's still showing up now in our life and having some influence on what we're experiencing now. And so the yellow resonant sun is sitting in the emotional body of this Destiny Oracle, which is fueling us to it's fueling us to focus on how we're nurturing ourselves and what we're nurturing in our experiences. And so as we connect with our emotions on this plasma, pay attention to, the different aspects is showing you how to, what's bringing you a spark to life. Because the yellow resonant sun is inspiring us to live the life that we know in our soul, that we're called to express throughout our life. And so through that enlightenment, we tap into that universal fire that gives a spark within ourselves and also sparks the fire and passion and joy in other people. And so, that same energy flows right back into the experiences that we have. And again, that completes the full circle of us evolving or connecting with the Destiny Oracle. And so with that basically concludes the Oracle reading for us on this plasma. I know that this moon is focusing on knowing what our purpose is. So on this plasma, also think about how you can attune your purpose to be of service to others by us focusing on channeling who we are nurturing ourselves to be. And so with that, I will conclude the Oracle reading for us on this plasma. And again, Priestess Moot had talked about the membership. So also in that membership, you get, you could get a Oracle reading, so or a Kinergy reading. So you definitely want to tap into the membership, and also, feel free to reach out as well if you are interested in receiving a galactic profile chart as well. And that is basically a personalized navigation map for, just tapping into your frequency. And so With that, I love you all. May that you enjoy your creation in every single moment of now. In Lakesh, Alakin, we all are reflections of each other. And I shall talk to y'all in the chat. Much love and gratitude. Peace. Actually, I'm going to come back for a moment uh, until Priestess Moots comes back to take over the mic. But I do want to, just check in with you all and ask, how are y'all vibing today? Do you feel that the Oracle reading has provided some deeper insights for you, especially when it comes to what we're focusing on this plasma? I'm asking that just so we can prepare ourselves even further for when High Priestess comes up to drop her gems, which I am definitely looking forward to. And so I see you in the chat. My subject of study and reflection today, Ashe, yes. And I see transcendent time. Yep, definitely transcendent time by being in that presence. And so actually, I'm going to go ahead and keep things moving forward here and bring up our very own High Priestess. So let me shift some things around here and get her all set and ready. Ashe, here we go. So yes, we're going to bring up our High Priestess, Ma'at Imma Akaru Amen, who is the visionary leader of MIMEC. She serves as a spiritual guide, and she's an amazing inspirer, extraordinary teacher, and she is very devoted to what she does and what she is here to transmit to us so that we can tap into our nature as divine frequency beings. And so if you haven't done so already, make sure that you get your pen and notebook out, or get some notes jotted down, because she's definitely about to bring it. And so with that, let's go ahead and welcome her to the stage. I shall talk to y'all later. Peace.
The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness. Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Amen. Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Amen. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness.
All right. Great dawning, great dawning, great dawning. Am I being heard? I believe I am, because I see the little green dot. So yes. Welcome again to Aligning with the Cycles. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. I'm excited because I just be excited, and even more excited because of the two goddesses that came before me, who really just, oh man, it's just amazing. It's amazing. So give thanks, Priestess Moot Ma'at Nefer Habibullah, for giving us the foundational information here. This is a great place, if you're new, when you come in the beginning, to really hear why we talk about cycles within cycles within cycles, and give you a deeper understanding of what we're doing, along with tonight, this evening, 6 p.m., we have the orientation, the Mimic Flow orientation. That's a great place to get some more information. Also, the Moon Goddess Ambrosia, the Fifth Force Oracle, for giving us that excellent Oracle reading. I love the way you give the very practical examples of how to flow through the energy that we are moving through on this plasma. Give thanks, give thanks. And she was ready, right? She was ready. She like, all right, you know what? Let's this is what we was doing last heptad, you know. I'm gonna do all of it, right? And we put it up there, and she did such an excellent job. So she was ready. She said, I stay ready, right? So all right, all right. So let's get into it. Let's see what you have. Hold on. I think I got some more stuff I need to talk about. Right. These wet sacred bundles and packages. Definitely if you're in the Baltimore area, I'll be there. I don't know if Sister Ya's on here. I don't know, the 20 somethings. There is a UNIA convention, and definitely if you're interested in that, check it out, and definitely you can find out more information on how you can join and be a part of that conference. Also, in the Philadelphia area, be coming through on the last strong end of August, and so we'll be bringing all our things, right? So, or you can go right to our meta shop right now. Right now, get you a package. All these books are we have the mats. Again, I always talk about the mats that Sister Yap got for us, where they are very heavy and they're made out of natural cork. And then these are all the books, and the books will be author signed copies, right at the meta shop. All right. Listen, I know. Listen. Okay. So you know how we are, Black people. We be waiting until the last minute for this convergence. So definitely, if you are coming, you need to let us know. Go to the website, melanatedimmortals.com, right now, and click on the RSVP, right? We need your RSVP and we need your money, right? So that we can go ahead and secure the location. There are limited spaces at the Airbnb, but we need to know that you're coming, so we can leave light on for you, right? So definitely let us know. That 222 includes all of the meals, right? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning, right? So that is a great deal. And your lodging, right? So definitely come through. It is a very, again, when you hear us talk about the convergence, we be talking about that thing for about 6 months. We be like, whoa, yeah, remember the convergence, and man, I'm still high, off of it. That's how it is, right? So that's a very, very high energy, and we get things moving in that on the convergence. So definitely you want to come through for that, right? Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, listen. Y'all saw Moon Goddess, right? Moon Goddess had her Risha Stone right here on her, over her first eye. And we just got some new things in, right? Oh, listen, y'all gonna have to fight me for this ring though. This is the turquoise one that's on the site right now, but y'all might have to fight me for this one. This is a new one. It's turquoise and peridot and silver, right? These are 9.925 silver. So we heard Arisha Stone talk about that's something that you want to invest in, right? It's some silver. It's also on one of our melanin frequencies, he was talking about, people want to invest in land. Well, this is a part of the land, right? And so you want to get that. But I want to show y'all these real quick. I know. I'm gonna be talking in a minute, but I gotta show y'all these. We just got these in, and these are the Jaguars. So we got any wizards out there? The wizard is the Jaguar, right? So we just got these pieces in. That's one. And if you look at it very closely, they're jewels in the eyes. Now see this? So that's one of them. It's dope. And the mouth. And here's this other one. This one got some jade. See that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. And that jaguar. Dope. These are dope. High energy. You can probably feel the frequency. Yep. So the wizards, there's 2 of these. Y'all better grab them. Right. And I want to show you for the ladies, he sent us some silver pieces that are very dainty. See this one? And this has, oh man, I forgot this stone. Somebody tell me what that stone is. Right? A sapphire. No, is that a sapphire? I think it is. All right. And these are, you see these chains. Now I might fight somebody for this one too. But I guess we can go ahead and put, look, I want everything I see, but I'm gonna put them on the website. Right. This one is nice. Nice little, yep, turquoise. Right. So yeah, so we have some little dainty pieces, so y'all better grab them. And definitely these 2, it's only 2, so we got some wizards in here. Y'all want them jaguar pieces, definitely check it out. All of this is how, you know, we really appreciate Arisha Stone. Part of the proceeds of those, the sales of those necklaces or jewelry go towards Melanated Immortals. Also, listen, he tells us about what these do. These are amplifiers, right? These are amplifiers of the different energies. And when, depending on where you are, you wear them on your fingers, you wear them around your neck or whatever. So all of those, it's not just, you know, some jewelry that you have on because it look pretty. It does look pretty, right? It looks luxurious, but it also has an energy associated with it. So definitely check that out at our MIMEC Meta Shop. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, all right. Let's see, do I have another one? Okay, nope. All right. I want to make sure I remember. All right, let's see. All right. All right, yeah, see, you can feel them. You can feel them. Yeah. So, all right, so here we are, as we had heard so beautifully and deliberately, I'm going to say expressed from Priestess Moot and Moon Goddess Ambrosia. This is the energy, about the energy that we are flowing through on this plasma, right? And in this wave spell, and in this moon, and in this new solar cycle, right? And so when we do it, we talk about cycles within cycles within cycles, right? And so we're here, right? And I'm very excited because, you know, we're at the point where we are now beginning to close out the cycle, a whole 260 spin, right? And when we say 260 spin, if you heard in the beginning, 260 spin, when we say that, we're talking about the Zokin spin, right? Again, come this evening, 8 o'clock. That's when we have our orientation, and you can find out more and more about the little sayings that we have, right? Okay, so we are here right in the center of the wave spell of the eagle, and we got Big Mama 241 holding the resonance of the wave spell of the blue eagle, right? And that's what we're going to be talking about on this plasma, right? And so let's go into this. Let's go into this, right? When I say we were finishing out this 260 spin, we're talking about, and we saw this on Priestess Moot's presentation. You see that if you look all the way to the far right and you look up at that far right corner at the top, that's The Last Dragon, right? That's the movie, The Last Dragon, right? 241, right? Says that's it in this spin, right? And so right there in the top corner, because we're going down. As we go down, that's when we're going to complete the cycle. That last one in the far right corner in the bottom is going to be Kin 260, right? And that's a 260 spin, right? So what we're doing in this cycle is preparing for the new paradigm shift, right? And we do this every 260 plasmas. Now, this is just like a gestation cycle, right? Because 260 is approximately 9 months, right? And so the way I like to relate to this cycle is that this is the preparation for the new birth. And it's just being very similar to the last 4 weeks of pregnancy, where you're preparing everything, you're getting everything ready. The baby in the womb is also preparing. It's getting their weight up, right? We did, like I said, we getting our weight up, right? You getting weight up. The hair is coming off, the lungs are forming, you know, everything that being needs to come into this new paradigm. And so we have the ability, you know, as they say, as above, so below, right? We get practices every 260 plasmas, but every one, it's not a reset, it's a new paradigm, right? It's a new foundation. We're not going back through that 260 spin the same way. And you'll notice if you practice this, if you go through a 260 spin, right? Again, these are cycles within cycles within cycles. There's other cycles, but usually what I recommend first is to go through a 260 spin. If you really, really want to shift something, go through a 260 spin, right? And I know like a lot of people don't want to hear that. You want to hear 30 days, 90 days, you know, whatever, no more than 90 days, because that's what the program says. Now, I'm not saying that things cannot shift in those periods, a 28-day cycle, because that's another cycle we teach in the womb evolution technique, right? But still in that, for things to be sustainable, see, this is the thing. You might shift something, right? But we want that shift to be sustainable, reliable, foundational, right? Say you want some money, right? And so you get, you know, some money for right now, right? In about however much you get, right? In about, you know, another month, you're going to need it again, right? So you want it to be foundational. You want it to be sustainable. You want it to be ever flowing, right? So that it is not ever again an issue. So these things might take some time. You want a relationship, right? You might need to go to a couple of a few 260 spins, more than one, right? With that one, I'd probably take you through your 52-year castle. We need to see what cycle you're in, right? We need to see where you are. I'm going to send out an invitation to our very last 13 tones class, right? Because I want everybody to kind of get a peek on that. We're going to be covering our last wave spell, which is the yellow star. And then I have something that I'd like to introduce to help people go through, look at what cycle you're in, and how to, just a perspective on, what to expect and, how to navigate it, which is going to shift into mini work, just these little workshops for each Earth family, right? And so I will invite you all to come to that. So, just if you're on the email, if you're not on the email list, you want to get on the email list. And then everyone is invited to attend that last class. And so I would, so certain things, right? You want to go with your whatever cycle you're in. But if you're looking for something specific, you really want to come into a new paradigm, you want to go to this 260 spin, right? So we're in this paradigm now. Well, we're on number 5. We're preparing for that new birth, right? So let's look into that a little further. I see you, Kaswana. Yeah. I was talking to Kaswana a couple of plasmas ago about that, right? Yeah, I'll send it out today. I'll send that link out today. All right, so we are in this group called what we call the purified art, right? And it starts with the red moon, which is the purifier, right? Or universal flow, right? So the red moon purifies through flow. So if, again, it's like, let's take a vegetable this time. Let's take, you're pulling some potatoes up out of the ground, right? So to purify that sweet potato, right, you're going to pull it up out of the ground and you're going to, remove the stalk and you're going to wash it, right? But you're not going to strip it down. You're not going to take the skin off. You're not going to cut it. You're not going to do that. The pure potato is one. Yeah, you are going to wash the dirt off of it, right? Because that's not necessarily a part of the potato. It's what helped it grow. But the pure potato is this, right? And so that water is that universal flow, right? So you can see what it is. It's a potato. It's a, that's what we pulled up out of the ground. It's not a turnip, not a rutabaga, a beet, right? Just because it came up out of the ground the same way. No, this one is a sweet potato, right? So it's going to flow like a sweet potato. It's not going to flow like a beet. It's not going to flow like a rutabaga or a turnip, right? It's going to flow. It's going to taste like a potato, right? And so that's what we're going through, right? When we move through this wave spell of the red moon, right? So that red moon is going to take us through the universe of us all flow. And really, it's not even something that you find resistance in being purified, or you find problems in being purified when you resist the flow, right? When you resist taking the dirt off of you, right? Having the water take the dirt off of you, so you can tell the difference between a turnip and a beet. You see what I'm saying? Because they kind of look the same, right? But when you clean them, when you wash them off, when you purify them, you can see one is a beet and one is a turnip. You don't have to wait to taste it to say, oh, you know what? I thought I was making something that I needed, because I needed the vitamins that the beet had in it, not the turnip, right? Look at sweet potatoes and regular potatoes, right? They taste differently. And generally speaking, right? You don't make potato salad with sweet potatoes. It's a different taste. You can, but it's a different taste. So if you really wanted a white, yellow, or a red potato, but you got a sweet potato and you was trying to make potato salad, you're like, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to make a sweet potato pie, you're not going to use a white potato. You want a sweet potato, right? So let's take that to us, right? Whatever expression you came in on, that's your expression. When we rinse that clean, now we know how each archetype flows. We know how the dragon flows. We know how the wind flows. We know how the night flows. We know how the seed flows. The serpent, the world bridger, the hand, and the star. We know how they flow, right? We know how the red moon flows. It flows because it's the one that purifies, right? It said that's my specialty is flowing. But it has a flow too. It got to be purified and know that that's what it does, right? The white dog, right? The blue monkey, the yellow human. Everybody has their flow. And if we are in alignment with that, if we're not resisting that, trying to project whatever our flow is on somebody else's, and they should be like me, a fly MC, right? I know, I know y'all like, what is she? It came in my mind. Okay. Right? How it flows, right? I'm sorry, that's funny. Then we have the Skywalker, how the Skywalker flows, right? The white wizard, how it flows. The eagle in that wave spell, how that flows. The warrior, all of them have a purified flow, right? And then we had the last four, the navigator, the red earth, the white mirror, the blue storm, and the yellow sun. They all have a purified flow. So once we allow that the dirt to be shaken off so we can tell the difference, it's okay. Right? I don't want to make sweet potato pie. Right? I do not want no white potato. Okay? So the way that we flow, that's the same with us. It's okay to be who you are. Nobody else has to acknowledge, give you permission, authority, priority for you to be that. And I know we know this, right? But sometimes we just need to hear it, right? We all have a universe of us all flow. When it's purified, you don't have a resistance. You flow like the water, right? Why is that so important? Well, the wind will tell you that's the next wave spell, right? The wave spell of the white wind comes in. It's the pure spirit of that flow. It needs you to be that. So you can be in communion, right? You can communicate that flow. It comes out through the speaking tube. Everybody got the speaking tube of the creator. It's just the wind, that's the specialty, right? But it has to be pure. It's not going to speak. White potato's not going to speak like a a sweet potato, right? Just like I said, you ain't gonna make no sweet potato pie with no white potato. That's it. It's gonna be you. The jig is up. You take that, put that on the table. What the hell is this? Right? Who made this? The hell? Right? It's not gonna happen. The jig is up. So we need to be able to speak with our true voice. And sometimes the voice is not necessarily spoken, right? It's communion, it's the communication. It may show up in your art, it may show up in music, it may show up in your jewelry and what you make, right? It's your true voice, though. It may show up in how you adorn yourself. It may show up in your home, the way you present things in your home. You grow food. That's the truth. That's the spirit. That's communion too. It's your pure flow. Why am I saying this now? Right? I'm leading up to it. I'm leading up to it. Right? Because as we go into this next wave spell, which is the one that we're in now, and we're channeling that, we're channeling the vision, right? That goes with that purified flow, that goes with the pure spirit, because we're going to create the mind, the mental state that allows that vision to be expressed. Right? Remember, I said this is that period. We getting our weight up. We ain't coming out to the new birth without being clear in our focus. We know now that because we came in, whatever expression it is, right? If we remove ourselves from being at war, conflict, deficit, fear, right? Karma, trauma, drama. That now we can flow a little bit different. We can really see how, oh, wow, I see how I flow as the blue monkey. I see how I flow, as the red serpent. I get it. When I'm unencumbered, there's a lot more in my vision, right? Let me go to, well, I'm gonna come back around to the blue eagle that's transforming us into that vision, right? We're all, and when we go into this yellow, I was gonna say yellow art, the artists, right? When we go into the yellow star wave spell, it's going to show us how to put that in. That's our renaissance, right? That's our renaissance period where we are able to now complete that cycle by it being a living art and way, because the artist is the way shower, right? So let's look into this. Let's go into this a little bit more, right? I see Big Mama talking. See, I love it. I love it every time I get up here and the archetype takes over the speaking tube, right? So we go here. We're on Kin 241, as we heard. We channel in order to nurture, inspiring being. We seal the input of birth with the resonant tone of attunement, and we are guided by the power of space. And we are galactic activation portals of nurturing, inspiring our being, the input of birth, attuning, and attuning to all of the spaces in which we are awakened. enter us, right? And so with this energy, right? Let's talk about how this energy works. And y'all can hear, right? Y'all can hear how that what we just spoke about prior to this is the energy that we're working on, right? We have the primal force coming in here, inspiring. What was the first thing that happened? We started inspiring our beings. Had to go through all the archetypes. Had to go mention all the babies, right? All the babies. Wait a minute. We got to get all our babies. You can't just talk about the first 4 high priestesses. You're going to have to mention all of them, all 20. Inspire those beings. Nurture everything, right? That's the dragon. That's the primal force, right? Let's go here. The blue eagle wave spell, right? So when you hear me talk about the dragons, one of the first things I say is the dragon channels the eagle. This is why I say it, because I'm talking about Kin 241, the last dragon, right? Channels vision, and I love the slides, you know I do, right? And so let's talk about, I want to talk about where we were 2 plasmas ago, right? On Kin 239. Oh, let me get to this. I have a question. Have y'all been experiencing, I'm gonna say over the last few plasmas, days, like time, just tripping out? Like there was one day that would seem like it was super long, like it was like the hours seemed like they were 4 hours a piece, and then there was no other days where it was the time went by very quickly, right? Sleeping long periods of time, right? Like I know there was one plasma, I woke up at 10:30. That doesn't happen. Okay, I see the yeses. Yeah, man, it's something happening. And so it's a good thing, here's the thing. See how we are aware of this? That's it. That's where you want to be, in awareness, right? You want to notice these things. What that is saying, when we talk about timelessness, right? We are beyond time. You see? So you're standing beyond the time. So you notice, say, hey, you can't, just everything can't just be happening. You're not in a daze. You notice it. You say, wait a minute, hold on. That was an hour. That seemed like that was about 3 hours. Right? I don't care what that clock say. That was longer than an hour. Right? And so, okay, that's what's up. All right, so let's talk about this, where we were 2 plasmas ago on Kin 239, and of course, happy galactic return to Neb Taharka Kanishka Watt. Also, my godmother, Mama Inyame, she's 239 as well. And so that one, right, says, I empower in order to catalyze. Commanding energy. I seal the matrix of self-generation with the overtone tone of radiance. I'm guided by the power of accomplishment. Right? And so on 239, we started to power up. Actually, let me go back. I want to go back to Kin 237 because I like to do it. I like doing the red, white, blue, and yellow, right? Let me do that one. Ashe, I see y'all putting those in there in the chat. Let's go to Kin 237, and that's our sister Stephanie, right? That's the electric earth, right? So on the electric earth, we activated the vision, right? Why am I saying that? Because it says I activate in order to evolve bonding synchronicity. I seal the matrix of navigation with the electric tone of service, and I'm guided by the power of birth. Right? So I want you to stay with me, right? So in 237, if you're an electric tone, and this is in any wave spell, if you're an electric tone, you activate whatever that wave spell is doing. So evolution, which is the red earth, activates vision, right? And vision is activated by creating the mind, by creating the mental state for whatever it is, right, that you see, right? So this wave spell of the blue eagle is the wave spell of vision, right? And Ken 237 activated the vision. And we're remembering that this is transforming where we started with the universal flow, the purified flow. So let's take that into whatever expression, whatever archetype we're being, right? That's been purified. All the dirt wiped up. We can tell the difference between the turnip and a rutabaga, or I forgot, a turnip and a beet, right? We can tell the difference between them now because they've been rinsed off. We can see it, right? So whatever archetype we are, whatever expression we are, we're now transforming that into a vision. That vision gets activated by evolution. You see how it works? It gets navigated to its own synchronicity. That's what 237 did, right? Then we go into the mirror, which is Ken 238. It says we define in order to reflect measuring order. We seal the matrix of endlessness with the self-existing tone of form, and we're guided by the power of timelessness. So with that one, right? Now that the vision got activated, now it is getting defined and measured by its true order. Remember, go back to the vision of choosing a white potato over a sweet potato. It gets measured by its order. You're not going to make sweet potato pie with a white potato. And that is okay. You're going to use the white potato for something else. I want us to really think about how we do this with each other. Measuring somebody by your abilities, right? What if they start to measure you by theirs and how they see it? And how, like, some people are naturally dominant, right? Naturally. They naturally have a nature that is domineering. And then you have other people who are a little more reserved, right? Doesn't make the dominant better, stronger, faster, whatever. It just means that that's who they are, and that's okay. Right? When you wash off the dirt, that's who that one is. Do not those what do you call it? Those points have been given to us by the program to say faster, stronger, what do they say? The survival of the fittest. And that's okay if that's you, right? But the other people who are a little more reserved, their dominance might come in etheric form, right? Their dominance may come in music. Their dominance may come in art. Their dominance may come with how they commune with the earth. So again, we're not measuring each other. We're measuring ourselves. We got to be who we are. Why? Because when we all come together, we have one universe of us all. So everybody can't be vying for the same thing, because that's what the program says we should be doing, right? So when we go to 238, make sure, let's measure this out. Let's be who we are. That's how this is going to work, right? It's not going to work If a sweet potato is trying to be a potato and it don't want to make it don't want to be no sweet potato pie. I don't want to do that. I want to be a potato salad. That's better. Right? Universal Flow said, no, you make the best sweet potato pie. A white potato can't do that. Right? So that's 238, right? Now we go to 239. Right? 239 that empowers this true vision. It's the truth. Now we can transform. We're going to catalyze who we actually are. Not the fake one, not the wannabe or should be. Right? We're catalyzing who we are right now, commanding the energy, that the strength that goes with each one of our unique expressions. Right? Sealing in the matrix, and that one can self-generate. That one can keep being what it is and then expanding and expanding and expanding, right? Sealing in the mother of self-generation with the overtone tone of radiance and guided by the power of accomplishment. And can accomplish anything. Remember I said we getting our weight up. And accomplishment is what? The avatar is coming into this realm, into this experience. It represents, the physical body represents the physicality, right? We are not limited to just this right here. This is also, I can't, I may not be able to put it in my hands or whatever, but this is physicality too. That's why I say, I don't think that we really know what this third dimension does. I don't think we've had the full experience. Somebody's trying to tell us, don't get comfortable here. Get comfortable. Oh, be more comfortable in the etheric. What did Moon Goddess was talking about, the acronym that we use, AIM, always in meditation, right? Well, this is a meditation with your eyes open. When you close your eyes and then open them, this is the meditation. We haven't learned how to use the invisible part of 3D yet, or to be it. Right? 239, talking about let's command energy. Come on, man. Come on now. This last dragon say, yes, listen, I'm going to get it in. Last dragon. Right? So I'm going to get it in. Right? So, Ken 240, and shout out to all the 240s, right? We about 4 or 5 of them, right? Ken 240 then comes in and says, man, listen, I'm telling you, right? Let's be organic with our enlightenment. When you do that, when you start commanding the energy, the flow, the universal flow that is assigned and designated for you, now we on something. Now you can be organic in your enlightenment. Right? It's your birthright anyway, right? Balance it in your life. Bring balance to your life. Stop trying to be a white potato if you're a sweet potato. Make you some damn sweet potato pie. That thing is good. That's your sweet spot. Sweet spot for the white potatoes is the potato salad or some mashed potatoes or something, right? Everybody got their sweet spot. That means when we all come together, right? We're going to have some sweet potato pie. We're going to have some potato salad. We're going to have some beets juice. We're going to have some turnip fritters. You know what I'm saying? All purified. Everybody's sweet spot is on display. One is not better than the other. You want to eat all of it, right? When you go and you know, you had that you go over you know, grandmama and them house and they having food, you want to eat everything. Right? You don't pick one out of the other and say, oh no, this is the best. Every other dish need to be like this one. Right? So the 240 says we're gonna balance life. We're gonna cut that out. We're gonna be who we are, the enlightened one. Right? With a rhythmic tone of equality. That's what I just talked about. Everything is equal in its sweet spot. It all has the opportunity to be what it is and expand into those spaces, guided by its own power double. Yes, right? So 240 comes in and says, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's do it. Right? Then Big Mama come in, 241. That's the one we're on this plasma, right? We channel in order to nurture. So now we are channeling our nature, right? Let's go in. Let me see if that's what I said when I did the circles. I'm gonna change it if I didn't, right? So I have so much fun up here, y'all. Okay. We channel, right? We direct the vision. Oh, this slide is fire. Okay. We direct the vision. That's what a channel is, a canal. Remember, we talking about universal flow. We're transforming. We direct the vision into our true nature. I did say that. Look at me. Whatever it is, even if you're 241, this is a message for you. Right? Inspiring being. To inspire our being, to be in the spirit. What is inspiring mean? In spirit. To inspire our being, our true nature. We're not worried about everybody else, what they doing, what they not doing. People be like this and people be like that, and people, you know what I'm saying? And if you really pay attention, like we were like how we are in observation, right? It's a little different when somebody puts you in that space where, you know, they are measuring everything by how they do it versus by how you do it, right? So let's go. So we are going to each inspire our own being, right? Sealing in the input of our birth, right? With the seal, we're sealing in our own incarnation. Everybody incarnated is one of these expressions. It's our birthright. That's where the sweet spot is. That's where you find your universal flow, right? With a resonant tone of attunement. So you start tuning into that frequency. You see why the dragons are channel vision, right? With a resonant tone of attunement. We're starting to channel into that frequency that says, yeah, man, when we come out of this too sexy span, oh man. Right? Guided by the power of space. So this one is guided by the power of what space? The Skywalker. Right? The Skywalker is the prophet. Was prophecy, information about our destiny. So we're guided by our destiny. What I've been saying this the whole time, right? Preparing us for the new birth. This last dragon says, I'm going to get you ready for kin number one. It's envisioning, and it can already see what the new paradigm of each one of us is going to be. It has and it's a portal. Man, listen, you can't make it up. It's amplified by the portal, right? The last dragon. Right? And what's going to happen on the next plaza? That's going to be 242. Hey, right? It's going to pass it on to the last wind, right? That's going to hold the integrity of that spirit. This is why you really, really want to be clear on this, right? Definitely. You want to come to our, like I said, I'm going to send everybody an invitation to our last 13 tones class. And this evening, you want to come to the orientation. It's time for us to, as I like to say, rock our spot on who we are. Stop all this infighting. Stop all this measuring and going back and forth about people should be like this and they should be like that. No, you should be like you are. And when you're in your purified flow, you're not worried about anybody else in their purified flow. Let your purified flow be so divine and celestial and radiant that it's a beacon for everyone else. Now, I want to be clear. Don't walk around saying, oh, I'm a beacon for everybody else. Everybody should be like me because I'm a beacon, right? you already messed up. Right? If you're a beacon, guess what will happen? People will tell you. You just show up like that. No titles, no nothing. You're a beacon. Right? Be who you are. We need everyone. Not just someone. We need everyone to be in the frequency that they are designed to be in their sweet spot. Right? So we can have the universe of us all flow, right? Let's talk about real quickly here what this, how this eagle flows, right? Channels vision. That's what we were just talking about, 241. Right? Man, these slides are dope. Priestess, you just, man, you be outdoing yourself. But that's the reflection of the cosmos. So, it's just going to be like that, right? The way that the monkey thinks, right, the way that the dragon thinks is through the monkey. The mind of the dragon is the monkey. So, listen, it's like Big Mama say, listen, I got you. I know this is an illusionary world. Remember, we're learning how to use this invisible part too, where thought forms live. Right? They all over the place. We breathe them in and breathe them out. They go into our cells. They form our physical. But we get to tell them what to do. I made everything. Right? So none get to come from no other dimension, no other time and space, no subatomic. I don't care how small, how big, where you come from. Our primal force gets to determine the mind, how these illusions, we get to play with the illusions, as we say, right? Illusions, I'll use them. We're going to make everything look like us. Right? That's when you in your sweet spot, that's how it flows, right? The way that the dragon moves, right, is through the yellow sun. right? And the sun, we got Alpha and Omega working here, right? The sun is the enlightened one. It says, because you can use those illusions, you can play with them, you can make them look just like your incarnation. You can use all the invisible space of what we call physical or 3D. You can live an enlightened life. That's how you move. You don't accept. Remember, this is the emotional body. So this is when you get in your feelings, right? You do not accept that you cannot live an enlightened life. And listen, it may not be an immediate thing. So you don't want to go into a depression, suppression, oppression, repression, all of them pressings, right? It's your birthright. This is telling you right now, this is your birthright to live an enlightened life. Push through, get in your feelings. Don't take no for an answer. I am kin number, whatever it is, say your signature and get in your feelings. Because you are the enlightened one. That's how you move. That's what you came in as. And that's what you get to do. It's telling you right now. So how does that look based on your flow, based on your mission or your co-mission, right? With and as the creator. It comes out in the mirror. It's reflected. What you seeing now is get a mirror. It's the reflection of the cosmos. This you as you, but on earth. The true reflection, though, is not in that mirror. It's when you look with your own eyes. What you really see. It's the truth. Right? You can put a filter like on these cameras, you could put a filter. Like, so I can put a filter on here and it'll make me look like I'm, 35 or something. And, give, how they had a one to put the eyelashes on, it can give me the eyelashes. But the true reflection is really, okay, you don't really have no long snuffleupagus eyelashes. I said that out loud, didn't I? Okay. Sometimes the eyelashes get with me. Okay, but you don't really have that. Your true flow, the truth is in what you see. It's your true nature, your true nurture, right? And get in your feelings about it and get to your true reflection, which is the mirror. It's going to reflect the true order of your nature. And let's say it's not the reflection that you want to see. Well, we just talked about how to transform. And it may take, because this is the slower realm, it may take so-called time, right? So we want to be all right with that, right? Put it into that flow. Now, I know we talked about this. Definitely come this evening. The thing here too that I want you to look at is when you come in as a member, your classes are included, right? That's why you might look at this and say, "Ooh, that's kind of pricey." It's because so you don't have to pay for classes separately. They're included, right? And so is your initial reading. Right. So definitely check that out this evening. We would love to have you be a part of our membership. We'd love to see you at the convergence. Let's come together. Let's get on up on some real stuff. Right. And definitely check out our MIMEC Meta Shop and keep channeling the vision of your incarnation. So it definitely has been my honor and my pleasure. Love y'all. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Hotel.
Hotep. Much, much, much gratitude to you, High Priestess. Much gratitude to you, Moon Goddess Ambrosia. Much gratitude to Ken 38 for showing the way and reflecting the way. And definitely to each and every one of us who showed up for this plasma, as we bring in the primal force of all that we are. Ashe, y'all take this information, the vision of channeling your incarnation, and make it do what it do. Ashe, did you feel the power in this session? Did you feel the force? Because may the force be with us. Ashe. May the force be with us all in the energy that we involve through this plasma. Y'all be sure to show up tonight for, like you heard High Priestess say, and I believe Moon Goddess said it as well, for our mission, MIMEC mission flow orientation. If you're about that mission statement that you heard earlier, definitely you want to make sure you're there. So we give thanks and enjoy your vision. Enjoy your vision as well as your creation. Peace and wholeness.
Immortal. Yeah. Came out the portal, immortal into a human body. I've been existing way before the earth had Anunnakis. Intergalactical battles, intergalactical travels, infinitely going through stars. The universe will unravel all of its secrets. Peep it, I'm starting to leak it. Time for truth is coming, 100, it's time to seek it. Expanding my perception through the spectrum of light. I'm going in with spectrum and the shit's out of sight. We indigo children, yeah, we building frequencies through the ceiling. Penetrating through reality, a marvelous feeling. Regardless, we're healing these humans that be claiming we demonic. The resonance goes over their heads, we super cosmic. Your logic is ignorance mixed with fear in your thinking. My pineal gland is flooding, son, that shit don't be blinking. Sinking into your subconscious like a song with no words. The way I come up with these symbols of letters is absurd. Hey yo, my rhymes are like angelic beings. The shit is freeing, so pure that if you were born blind, I'll have you seeing. Breathing in a multi-dimensional light so captivating. Double helix is nonsense, so what I'm activating, feel the power from within, seeping right through my skin. From the earth into my feet as it goes up to my chin. It got me grinning, rotation like spirals, my music spinning. I told you that I don't be playing, still I'm always winning. Fibonacci to the haters, curve them right to the side. They don't understand the energy, it comes from inside. So inside is what I master, used to be a disaster. Now I'm gladly elevating to a whole new chapter. Yeah, I'm giving birth to a whole new style. I incarnated through New York, yeah, I rep Long Island. Don't get it twisted though, I'm truly repping this earth. I came to free all these humans and show you all what you're worth. Immortal. Yeah, raising your frequencies one soul at a time. As I pass this mic to my boy Spectrum, yo Spectrum, light that up, kid.
They tried to tell me I'm mortal, I told them I was immortal. They asked me what makes me different, I asked them what makes you normal. I just followed my morals and I unfollowed the formal. Hopped on a track with crews, now we straight cruising through portals. I download the Metatron, I'm reversing it till I'm dead and gone. If you think I'm dope, then you said it wrong. Not trying to flex, but I'm hella strong. Mine did things you never seen. When I say mine, you know what I mean. I'm the most when I'm in my mode, and y'all average is like the mean. I really didn't mean to go intervene. I'm the middleman, chilling in between. You should do the math, we ain't keeping score. But I just hit a 3.14. I cook it up, make it look easy as pie. I'm moving in silence and seeing the sign. I am the G. If you remove me, all you gon' see is your sins. This is a big game of sins. The simulation is breaking again. I'm taking control, creating my soul. And if the truth fits, I'm breaking it in. Breaking it. All I really know is that I'll never know. I've been here for forever, don't know when to go. I think that indicates that I'm an indigo. In that case, I'm in the go. Green light, my heart, chakra booming. Solar plexus, Lexus zooming. You assuming that I'm human. I'm just being what you doing. I've been teaching teachers frequently. It's apparent I'm a parent when it comes to raising frequencies. The way I'm living life, I haven't rest in peace recently. Immortal with my technique, but my ego dying easily. Death is teasing me by leaving me with DMT. Now it seems to me that everything I see is seeing me. Life is just an infinite circle with a twist. I used to wanna be like them, now they do not exist.
Immortal.